selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. All it is, living in the new.
All right. Well, hello all. I'm kind of new to these videos. Um, I'm not one for putting myself out there. So I wanted to come to you today and be able to speak to you about um, the electronic voting. I've heard a lot of people tell me, hey, look, that's just not something I support. I don't think it's a good idea. So I wanted to really, really break this down. And look, um, and say, let me really explain this. In a world where the pursuit of a better society is just paramount. Uh, I know many of you think that the concept of in-home voting terminals could be dangerous to our republic and to our democracy. But what we're proposing is not what has ever been proposed before. Um, it To us, it is a beacon of hope to end the corruption, to end the bribery system that we currently have in place, to end all of that, um, and take back the power that our founding fathers wanted us citizens to have. Imagine a future where every citizen in the United States has the power to be their own representative in government, um, where corruption and politics is a relic of the past, because that corruption is only fueled by the ability of the politician to vote on our behalf. If every citizen can vote for themselves, that completely eliminates the need for the corruption. And I'm not saying politicians would lose their jobs, because they would not. We need professional law writers. We need people who spend all that time and dedication devoting themselves to creating laws. It would just be on us to pass them. The only thing that makes you different from your politician is he has a button that says yes, no, or abstain. That's it. That's it. Anything else in between that is bribery, and corruption. I mean, you know, and they don't go to jail. We all know Washington and every other capital in the union is corrupt. We all know that. But what is being done about this? Nothing. Well, we're here at Terran Industries. We think it's time to do something. We must do something. So, with that in mind, I want to explore some things with you, about implementing in-home voting, implementing the security for it. This would be a massive project. So citizens from all over the nation would have to come together and vote. Um, you know, and not only that, but they would have to take um, and pay for all of this. But if one state did it, everybody else would follow suit. I mean, we're 30 trillion in the hole because Congress can't get their crap together. I mean, it's a bribery here, it's a bribe here, it's a bribe there, it's whatnot. So I want to explore this implementation of these terminals within the home, and what it could mean for our democracy and republic, and the transparency of law creation and enforcement in this country. So I want to open this up with how this could empower citizens. This could empower citizens by enabling you to be your own representative. With a law, when your neighbor creates a law or proposes a law and says, hey, I don't think it should be legal for, for Jim to, wear a purple hat. Then, that law would be sent to the politicians. And then they would work with that person. This is kind of how it works now. And then they would work with that person to create the law. And then, it would go through a bunch of committees currently, and then it would eventually be voted on by the senators or congressmen or assemblymen, depending on your state, and would or would not become law. The process is not easy, and it's well vetted to keep out, painful laws. But in the system we're proposing, would propose this law to the politicians. The politicians would turn around and then present it to the people. It would have to go through an original stage of voting where, we'll say it's Jim. It would have to go through Jim's community. And Jim's community would have to say, hey, look, we don't agree with A, B, C, D, and here's what we'd like to see changed. So the community, the people that this law affects are the ones to edit this law. And then, after they vote on it, it would go back to the politicians or the lawmakers. And then the lawmakers would, of course, examine the Constitution and examine past laws, see if those all work, make sure no other law has been proposed, and there's a lot of work to it. And then if that passed, then it would go beyond Jim's community. Then it would go on to the state or onto the county, then on to the state. And then eventually it would be proposed in the federal system, so that we're able to